next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays when I'm doing shows, gotta get.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. On play action, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete. Not the possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. There he goes, right side. Off to the races. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Eagles pick the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mostert. 87 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him is running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 29. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. Throw out wide is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 29 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. 14-6. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens out there. They're firmly in control of this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll work down inside the 45. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
Came into this game able to say how they would hold up the man coverage. Now on that play, they held up quite well.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Tua on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Tua to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 111 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. races down the right side. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with the first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from the numbers.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
On first down, Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the 4 minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Option handoff now to H.A. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly. certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught on the right side of Snow. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing is Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On third down, here comes Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And they pick it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads